YouTube, what it do? It's your guy CJ, back with another video, back with another episode of the CJ Wilkins YouTube channel. This is gonna sound like a rant video, guys, but I promise you it's not just a rant. There's gonna be some light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to me. I want to say this, man, because I've been thinking about this for a few weeks, and I just had a deep thought about how life is and what's going on in the world now. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're in any developed nation, you're kind of seeing something similar to what we're seeing here in the United States of America. And it doesn't matter if you are a Democrat or a Republican, or you're, middle class, upper class, lower class, white, black, female, male, straight, gay. It doesn't really matter. Life, and this is something I've thought of for like years, right? But I never conceptualized it the way I did it the other night. Life right now is designed to break you. It is literally, and I'm not saying break you in some deep metaphysical, like, crack the egg and you're gonna become better as a result. No. This life right now is designed to break you. And when I say break, I mean like defeat, destroy, demolish. It is really set up, bruh, to break your ass down. Break you in pieces, Whichever angle you want to look at it through, whichever guise or lens you want to see what I'm talking about through, it's all designed to break you, bro. The foods are processed and genetically modified, and a lot of the meats that we eat, you're not eating meat the way that it's supposed to be eaten or like made. Let me say pause on that too. That sounds crazy. But no, man, like in all sincerity, bro, a lot of chemicals and steroids and additives are placed in our meat supply, man. And I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know, or like anything you haven't already heard. A lot of the meat that we eat here are some of the leading contributors, I would say, to cancer, to other illnesses like later on down the line. So the food supply is contaminated. The thing that we need to consume for energy and to stay alive is contaminated, right? So you can't even really eat too many things, even the vegetables, man. Like a lot of the pesticides and like the chemicals they add on it to make the fruit or the vegetables have longer shelf lives in the stores. A head of lettuce ain't supposed to last like a month. You know what I mean? Like fruit and vegetables are supposed to age and go bad, but some of these grocery stores be having the same fruit in it for months and weeks. You know what I'm saying? They'll just throw like a new they'll put a new like coat of wax on the apples to make you think it's a fresh apple, but that apple is old enough to go to college now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's everywhere. Like even in the media. Like say like you're married or you're in a relationship and you wanna watch a movie or like watch a TV show, man. Like everything, any popular TV show or Netflix series or movie, you're gonna be inundated with two things, right? And I don't want to offend anyone like when I say this. If you're part of the rainbow, ABC, LGBT community, no disrespect to you, but you're either going to be inundated with images of homosexuality, but the most reoccurring theme is infidelity, right? And this is what they put out for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, infidelity, cheating, disrespecting your spouse or your significant other. You know what I'm saying? A lustful heart, a lustful mind. I mean, you can't watch a movie, a TV show without being forced to see girl on girl, man on man, or somebody cheating on their husband, somebody cheating on their wife. And, you know, we're adults. We're grown. You know, some of us are younger. So if you're a teen and you're watching this, you know, you're old enough for the most part to be able to decipher between right and wrong. But you got to understand what's out there. Everything that you watch, everything that you listen to, at some way or another, you're being programmed, you know. So you may have the wherewithal to, you know, stand against it or not allow yourself to be manipulated by it. But you are being programmed. They are putting in your mind that, hey, it's okay to sneak off on the side and, you know, go mess with another man or go see another woman, you know. And we all know that's not right from a moral or righteousness standpoint, right? But that's what you see in entertainment, right? The music you listen to, the music, urban music especially. I can give credence to other types of like music. And, you know, country always like is going to have that component of, you know, somebody broke my heart, or, you know, Taylor Swift is making like the 17th album about being cheated on by a guy, and then she'll play the guitar to say F him. But most urban music, bro, like rap music and shit, bro, it's trash, bro. It's literally black genocide. I'm going to pull up on a nigga with the stick. I'm going to pull up on an op. Everybody's the op. 14% of the population. 0.98% of the overall wealth of America. But we're all each other ops. I'm trying to smash somebody's chick. You know, I'm going to take your man. I'm going to kill this black person. I'm going to like self-delete that black person. I'm going to pop these pills. I'm going to sip this lean and get this syrup all in my system. I don't have a cough. I don't have a cold, but I'm just going to go consume all this syrup for no reason. Well, it's for a reason, but it's a reason that's self-destructive, which leads to my point. Everything out here, bro, is literally to break us. It's to destroy us mentally, physically, you know, spiritually, on every front. Things in this world are designed to literally destroy you, who you love, what you love, and who you want to be. I mean, let's keep it going, man. Let's go down to the finances and with the cost of living. You get you a job. You get a job, and you get you a job that pays you just enough money to maybe pay your bills, to maybe cover your mortgage, to possibly pay your rent. So you have to come back first thing Monday morning. And I saw an MSNBC poll 2 weeks ago that I read that 79% of Americans hate their 9 to 5. So 80% of Americans, right, according to this report, they hate their job, right? So if not for having to provide a living for them and the people they love, they wouldn't be doing what they do Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 or whatever shift or whatever days you work. I know everybody doesn't work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, but you get what I'm saying. So from a financial standpoint, at least I could say, right, if the media was just evil and wicked and the food was just demonic as far as like what they're putting into us to make us sick, which leads to us having to rely on meds and drugs later on in life, you know. At least if the financial end of it to where the cost of living would go up with the income or the salary. I don't know what this lady's doing here in traffic. This lady is trying to come out, but she pulled halfway out in traffic and she just sitting here looking at everybody. Hey, what's up? Sidebar too. If you live in North Texas, if you know anyone who lives in like North Texas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Arlington, you know, if you're from here, you know those places. If not, you're like, what are you talking about? Some of the worst drivers alive. Some of the worst drivers that draw oxygen are in North Texas. That's not hyperbole. That's not a rumor. That's a fact. Anyway, back to the topic. back to the regularly scheduled program. But it's all designed to destroy you, man. And like I was saying, bro, before I was cut off in traffic, you don't really get a break anywhere, bro. You don't get a break anywhere, man. The food is bad. The media is trash. The economy is just... The economy is whatever they want it to be. And when I say they, I'm talking about the elites who run this world, really. But I keep it to America. Because we all know, if you live in like a developed nation, if you live in like a country that, you know, has internet and, you know, like infrastructure that they call luxury or whatever, and you have, you know, pretty good sized populations of people, right? It's a corporation, bro. Like America, the United States of America is a corporation. And again, I'm not telling you guys this groundbreaking shit. I just got to get this off my chest and talk about this because it really just hit me the other day, man. Like, all of this stuff is designed to, like, make our lives miserable, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this is designed to make us feel like, you know, we're not worthy. Social comparison. You got social media out here, man, where people can, you know, flex and flaunt lives that may be real or may not be real, but you're living your real everyday life, man. You wake up in your real home with your real family. You drive your real car to your real job. And you go back and you sit in real traffic. And you're inundated with these images of people who appear as if their lives are just perfect and just so much better than yours. That's not going to make you feel better. You know, that's not designed to make you feel good about yourself, you know. Even if you're someone like me who love to see other people win, I'm not a jealous or envious individual. I see other people like win and be successful. I'm happy for them, man. I'll be people's biggest cheerleader, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a YouTube channel, you got a ebook you putting out, you got a podcast, you're a musician and you got a show coming up, or like you got a business you starting. I want to support that in any kind of way I can. You know, even if it's not through like monetary, I can support you in other ways. I can like, comment, and share. I can, you know, as we always are programmed to say on YouTube, you know. But that stuff, it does something to your mental after a while, man. So, like, you don't even get a break on the social media end. Like, people do this doom scrolling, bro, and they just scroll on their phone, bro, because it's like you get to live, I guess, vicariously through others or whatever, but it's all designed to break you, bro. So the food system is messed up, right? Entertainment is just, the things they promote are the things that take you the furthest away from God, your purpose, family. Because if a new series is dropping and it's like 12 episodes, yeah, you got freedom of choice and all that, right? But you're not motivated, you're not incentivized to work on your business plan or to make, you know, cold calls to get new clients if there's the new season of Black Mirror coming out, you know? Like, I know for me, if Ozark was to come back, and I like to look at myself as very disciplined, I know how to have self-control and manage my time in a good way. If they just out of the blue came back with a new season of Ozark and they said, Ozark, come out tonight, I promise you whatever I had planned, we just have to wait. Ozark, for those of you who don't know, it's a show on Netflix, man, and it's one of the greatest written shows. Like, I love shows with a good plot and a good storyline, and that's a great written, well-written show. Like, whoever put that show together, man, is like, salute. But, just an example, but all of this stuff, man, is designed to break us down. You got the social comparison, you got the food supply, you got the media being garbage, you got the economy just being incredibly bad. Like, when you get your paycheck, it's literally like a rush. It's like a competition from the market to take every single dollar and every single cent they possibly can. It's like a race. The minute that money gets to your direct deposit, or if you get paid old school, you get paid via check, or you may get your money under the table, like however you get it, like, you know, nothing wrong with that. But whenever you get your money, it's set up now to where it's like it's so expensive just to live, bro. Like, I saw a meme where someone said if you go outside, it's like $200 just to go outside. And it's true, man. You know, cost of living is crazy. And then it's expensive if it's just you. Like, God forbid you have a family, you have a wife, or you have children, or, you know, you got people that live with you who depend on you financially. It's really hard right now, man. You know, and it's just set up this way, bro, because it could all be a lot simpler. Like, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be set up to where 60 to 70%, 80% in some cases of your monthly income going to rent. Groceries being disrespectfully expensive, right? Because the money that people make for their labor hasn't been on pace with the growth of the cost of living. So the amount of money it takes to live comfortably has grown exponentially over the last 40, 30 years, right? But the money you get paid for that hasn't been on par. So now you have a conundrum to where people are having to overextend themselves, right? People are having to work a second job, a third job. Everyone in their mama's door dashing and Grubhubbing and having to do these little ride share hustles, putting insane miles on their car. And the thing about it too, man, that when you're working all of these multiple jobs, because you have to have multiple streams of income. Like, you cannot have one job in 2025. Hell, having a job in 2025 is a hard thing, because the job market, I didn't even talk about the job market. I didn't even speak on the jobs. The jobs are crazy in this economy. Like, the job market is just, it's insane, man. Ghost jobs, people like, you know, I go to some of these job boards, man, and they show you how many people have applied for the job or have clicked on the job, and it's in the hundreds, it's in the thousands even sometimes, and you're like, damn, man, it's 1,000 people looking for the same job I'm looking for. And even if you're qualified, even if you have a good, you know, even if you have a good resume or cover letter, it's just a numbers game, bro. It's like, it's you versus, gone are the days to where you can just apply for a job and it's like you and 2 other candidates, or like 10 other candidates. 5 may not be qualified, 3 may be 2 this or 2 that. And, you know, you have a better chance numerically to have a shot at an employment opportunity. But now it's like, bro, so even the job market is set up right now to where it's very hard to be successful. If you're unemployed and you're watching this video, and you don't have a job, and you've been watching these like YouTube videos of these content creators talk about how hard it is to get a job, put J in the comment below. I want you to put J in the comments if you've been like looking for a job or trying to find work. You know, let me know, because I really want to know how people's experiences are going with that. But all of this is designed to break you, man. It's all designed to tear you down and rip you into smithereens, man. And it's really to a point now to where with the onslaught of AI. You got AI that's coming in, and AI has already been here for a while, but now it's starting to become more public, and it's starting to be out and about a little more, man. But it's tough, bro. It's really tough, man. But one thing I will say before I wrap this up, be sure to check on your people, man. Be sure to check on your people. You got friends, you got families, you got, colleagues you may be kind of close with. Check on your people, man. Like, don't let it be lost on you every once in a while to send someone a, hey, how you doing text, or to call them, or to, shoot them something on social media if you don't have their direct contact. But, try to reach out to people, man. See how people holding up, because this right here that we're going through, this is an era to where I just know I won't be around to see it, but like I just know 150, 200, 300 years from now, 400 years from now, they're gonna talk about this time. This time is going to be in the history books, and they're gonna talk about how this was, and I don't know what they'll call it. If this video somehow survives and it's around in the year, if it's around in the year 3025 or something, and someone is able to get to this, I don't know what speaking a language system they'll be using by then. I doubt they'll still be speaking English, but man, they're gonna talk about this, bro. They're gonna really break down what went on here and how bad the economy was, and just how hard it was to just live, and just how discombobulated society and civilization was, and it's gonna be crazy. But please check on your people, man. You never know what people are going through, how people are dealing with this. These type of eras and these type of moments, this is when alcoholism is on the rise. This is when, drug abuse is on the rise. This is where domestic violence is on the rise, because people are stressed. People are strapped. People are struggling financially. And when you're struggling financially, it creates there's a lot of other domino effects that come as a result of you not being where you need to be financially. And it's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't work hard. It's simply because the system was designed to make it to where a college degree and a good job it doesn't fit the bill anymore. It takes so much now to have the illusion of comfort. And I say illusion because there is no such thing as stability. Stability now is it's like an illusion, like it's not a real thing, So all of the doom and gloom, right? And it doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter. Politics play a small role in it, but the overarching theme, I think, right now is you have to learn how to celebrate every day. Because the key right now is you got to survive through this, right? That's the first step. You got to survive through it. You cannot, like I was talking about just a while ago, man, this is a time where drug use is up. A lot of people are self-deleting. Suicide numbers first quarter 2025 are up 4% across the U.S. between men and women. So this economy, this market, people not having what they need to live the life they want to live is very stressful, right? So we have to be more empathetic to people. We got to check on people. Check on our people, man. Even people you don't know. Like if you out and about, you ain't got to be, I'm not the most friendliest person in the world, but I will speak to people. I will say good morning to you. How you doing? Hold the door. If I'm in a waiting room somewhere, I'll try to spark up a conversation with somebody, because you never know, man. That one little conversation could save somebody's whole life. They could really be on the edge of the cliff and like, fuck it, I'm going to just jump. And you could just say something to them, man, in a positive way, and that can just, give them a compliment, man. I really like your beard, bro. Hey, man, I like that bag you got. Where you got it from? I may want to get my lady that, or get that for a woman in my life, You have a nice smile, Not in a weird, flirty way, but just, just showing love to people, Empathy and love and just being kind can really go a long way. So you got to do that. And you just got to, whatever you got to do, man, to keep the darkness away from you. Because this type of economy, this type of world that we're in right now, it's very easy to succumb to what people would call dark, right? Depression, anxiety, self-hate, confusion, right? And the confusion, man, is like a trick of the enemy. So you got to find a way to combat that. Connect to your source, connect to God, like really build that foundation with the Most High, with your Creator, and find a way to get light added into your life, man, because you got to get through it, and if you can get through it, and in the process of getting through it, if you can find ways to become better, ways to improve, ways to be more healthy, to be more positive, you can actually build on top of that foundation and not just survive, but you can live and you can thrive. And that's what my channel and my platform is all about. I don't want to build a channel just about talking about what's negative, but let's talk about the reality of the world. Let's talk about, things that may be considered negative, but let's talk about ways and solutions and things that we can do to make it better, Because one thing about life, man, is going to continue. And you can succumb to it and give up, or you can thrive and push through. And when you push through, just know, too. And I'm going to wrap it up on this because I know I've been going on and on and on this episode. A lot of times, man, when you're just going through a season, you have to know that at some point, that season is going to be replaced by something else. So right now, you may be going through your trial and tribulation season. You may be going through a lot of pain and anger and anxiety and confusion and depression and deep sadness. You may be going through that season where everything in your life is going wrong. It may feel like the feet beneath you is crumbling, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, I just can't put two and two together. You may feel like that because I know I've been through that a lot. Even within the last year, man, I've experienced a lot of changes in my life to where it's like, bro, what are you trying to show me? But I always remain encouraged, not just from the good book and my Holy Father, but I also stay encouraged because I know every time in my life where I went through a loss or I fumbled or I fell, God always was in the background. I wasn't even paying attention to it. God was in the background building something bigger and better for me that I had no idea of. And I'm not trying to preach to y'all. If you're not a believer, I respect that. But my Creator was always preparing me for something else when I was going through something. So a lot of times too, what makes us sad is when we go through a depressive state or a depressive moment, or we go through a traumatic event, a traumatic episode. We focus so much on that episode, but we don't think about what is this moment trying to teach me? What is this moment telling me? But that AC is blasting, and I love it because it's getting hot out here in Texas. But what is this teaching me, man? What is this telling me? What is this preparing me for? Who am I going to have to become to sustain the next version of who God is making me to be? Ooh, let's go, boy, let's go. Rumble, young man, rumble. That's what I'm talking about, man. Ooh, that's deep. See, I don't come up with like pre-episode ideas or whatever. I don't write down the script. I don't read off a page. I just kind of go off the cuff. I speak from the heart, right? So that was cold right there. That was. I need to go buy like an Antarctica t-shirt. That was real cold right there. But like ask yourself, man, like what are you trying to always gain something from it. Don't just go through a rough season, bro, and you don't take nothing from it. Like, try to gain something from it if you can. Try to become better. Try to become wiser and stronger from it. And, you know, it's not to say it won't happen again. There's always going to be some bullshit that's going to happen to where, you know, you'll go through more adversity. And, you know, the Bible tells us we will know pain. We will know tough times. But, you know, God has already conquered everything. So he's already been through it. He went through that so we don't have to go through it. So we don't have to live in it. You know what I'm saying? So see what you're trying to be taught in that and learn from it, man, and move on. And those bad days will be replaced by happier days, by sunny days, by well days, okay? You may be sick, but you'll be well again. You know, so you may be hurt for a little bit, but you will heal, and once you heal, you'll be bigger and better. So as always, it's your guy CJ. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm out. Peace.